If you're wondering about what's next, I would say in the near term, let's see what this weekend's new moon and Mars station bring. I've thought all year that one way or another, the Mars station would be critical toward election resolution, and based on where we are now, it's starting to look that way. On the other hand, when it comes to very low-level human beings like Donald Trump, we have to expect the worst behavior. So it's conceivable he will try to drag it out, in which case we might be looking at later in November or even December when the election is finally certified. That starts to look suspiciously astrological since we know that December 17th, Saturn goes into Aquarius and Jupiter follows a couple of days later. Keep in mind this major planet conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn, which has been in play all of 2020, is very irritating to the American psyche because it opposes the US Mercury, a planet in a difficult house, under difficult natal aspects, and ruling two of the angles, one of which relates to the government itself and the other to the way we relate with one another. To me, this means that despite all the horrors of 2020, COVID in particular, since we're still deeply immersed in the calamity of this disease, even so, Jupiter and Saturn getting out of Capricorn is going to be very helpful toward everyone feeling better. I interpret this as the majority of the country, the soon-to-be 80 million plus Joe Biden voters. And so perhaps the 72 million that voted for Trump won't decide to set everything on fire and simply cool their heels enough to make for a reasonable holiday season and possibly even beyond that. The point is, when two big planets are opposing and at the same time joining with the energy of a difficult planet like Pluto and squaring Eris, which on the dark side represents the forces of chaos, you are likely to get a very contentious, difficult period. COVID explains a lot of it, of course, but 4 planets in this kind of tension also points to the intense division in the electorate. Don't get me wrong, there will be plenty of problems in 2021 and beyond. That is a separate story, but I'm still betting that Jupiter and Saturn going into Aquarius means however much you've managed to exhale since Biden was declared the winner, you'll probably exhale even deeper as we get closer to the end of the year.